Hello everyone, I am Julie with Driftwood Hill Design, and today we're just going to be working on something small. It's a little mug that was a snowman, and all I did was put some of the spray foam in there and we're going to be ready to go. I am pretty much not doing any more Christmas designs. I've actually am moving on to spring and Mardi Gras. So it's been a while. How are you guys all doing? It's been crazy here. It's basketball season. I'm also working more hours at my job. So it's busy, and my normal going live Friday afternoons has not been what I wanted it to be. So we have been busy. Well, one recently was the Thanksgiving, the Black Friday, and we didn't shop, but I know what we did. We had 2 family gatherings in addition to Thursdays. So it was a busy day for us, just not shopping at all. So how are you guys doing? I'm sure if you're watching the replay, which probably most of you are because it is during the day on a Tuesday. And if you don't mind, just doing hashtag replay so that I know that you are here. Hi, Liam, how are you doing? And, I already got my floral pins out. See, I got myself organized before I went live and then forgot I got myself organized. But if you know me, that's kind of how I roll. It's organized, it's right in front of my face, and I forget it's there. So I have decided that I really love the, what is this called? Oh, the moss mat. So I just picked it up at Hobby Lobby, but I am loving that instead of using moss, and I just cut to the size that I need, and I'm just using the floral pins to go straight down into there. So this little guy I had actually picked up last year and didn't do anything with them. I did spray them with the foam, but I never did anything with them. So I was like, I saw them there this year. I'm like, I have to get this done. I have to just get this done. I don't need to stare at it for another year. So we're gonna go ahead and get it done. These like little cups make great teacher gifts. So you can do like a little arrangement and then tuck a gift card in there. It's perfect for them. A lot of us, we collect mugs, but we never use them and we put them out. So this is a great way to use those mugs. I have tons of Santa mugs. I have vintage ones. I have current ones that aren't vintage. And this is something I could do with them. Normally I just end up, not the vintage ones, but the newer ones I will actually pull and drink from at times. So I don't want to do this with them, but my vintage ones I could, except if it's vintage, I would not be using the spray foam because that spray foam can expand and crack those. It's nothing that I would trust with the vintage. I would just use the floral cubes on that. All right, sorry, I'm looking for my stuff behind me. It's not there. See, I told you, I got everything organized. So I had some of these left over, and what I like about these is they have the smaller leaves on them, which is perfect for a very small arrangement. And then I have one of those storage systems. That's one of these. It was back in the day, I used it for scrapbooking paper. So it was filled with scrapbooking paper, and then it slid into a container, and now I use it for the small floral picks. I will use it for that. These are some leftover pine cones. These were some snowflakes off. I have a wreath in the Etsy shop where I use these. These were a few extra, so I just stick them in here. Here is one random white berry bush stem, so I'll stick that in there. Look how cute those are. I have no idea where those came from, but I thought they would be cute somewhere. I don't know, might even be cute in here. Probably not with the snowman. So I have 2 of these that just kind of have random winter stems in there that I'm going to use. And all of the stems, well, I take that back. So, well, a few of them in here are Joann fabrics, but these are just more of the cedar picks. So they can do it. The rest of these are all Hobby Lobby. So hello, Paulette. Hello. Okay, it's Paulette twice and Leanne. I can see that 4 people are watching, but I might have missed when you popped on, so I apologize if I missed saying hello. Are you guys up to anything today? How is the weather by you? We're still cold. We're cloudy. The sun was out a little bit today. Earlier, I believe, I'll be honest with you, I was inside all morning. And this I'm just cutting down. I'm gonna actually throw this part away. And are you guys wreath makers, or do you just like watching people craft? I don't have a plan for this other than I have this ribbon. And if you guys are up in Illinois, everybody asks me where I get my ribbon. So this is really good ribbon. You guys, it was half of that price. So there is the wholesaler Craig Bachman, and twice a year they do a big warehouse sale, and there's tons of ribbon there, among other things. If you live anywhere near Northern Illinois, it is worth the drive. So this is brand new roll of ribbon, and basically less than what? Or right around $2. No, less than $2. So you can't beat that. And it's really good ribbon, so we know it has really good wire in it. And then, let me see, I kind of want to use these up. I am looking for just some different shades of greenery that go together. I want some darker and some lighter. I am not liking how this goes with these two though. It's just the wrong shade. This is more of like a blue yellow. But I think this one's gonna be perfect. So we're gonna go with this. I've got 2 of these out of here, and I'm like, I have to use up my little picks. You guys have had these picks for a few years, and part of the problem is I put them in here and then I kind of forgot about them because they're near my other stuff, but they're not with my other stuff. Oh, that will actually be really pretty right there. And these were Hobby Lobby picks. So the only ones that came from Joann Fabrics were those, but I know you can find similar ones to that at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if I want to do a little bit of white in there. I'm not going to. I only have 1 stem of this, and I don't want to do just 1 stem of white. Plus, these have some red berries that I can use, so I'm going to go with that. I gotta make sure. I'm just kind of seeing about how many of these I think I'm gonna need. Size up. All right. I'm gonna start with 5 of these, and we'll see how it goes. I do have some more if needed. Are you guys trying to this year I told myself I was gonna be really good, and other than the stuff that I got for the Christmas in July event, and then the wreath kit event that I did with TCT Crafts in November. I've been really, really good. Hi, Tina, how are you? I've been really good about not buying and trying to go through my own items this year. Oh, have you guys, I say I've been really good about buying. Let's be clear, it's just greenery that I've been good about buying. I was not so good about ribbon. Have you guys heard of Guess & Company? So not like our Guess jeans that we used to wear back in the 80s. It's not that. Anyway, it's a company, and they are, I think, pretty exclusive to just your Christmas, your holiday season. but the owner designs his own ribbon and every year. And you guys, I got it. I did do that Black Friday, or after Black Friday, maybe it was Cyber Monday. I know it wasn't Black Friday because I was so busy. So it had to have been like Cyber Monday or over the weekend. I ordered ribbon. So, in a church wreath. So, thank you, Tina. Yes, I had somebody message me and they're like, I got 2 out of the 3 kids and I wish I would have gotten the 3rd. Look at that. I have moss to my head. That's stuck to my head. And I'm like, I'm sorry. So, I know that they were a big hit and they all coordinated together. I will say my wreath is on my front door. The vase filler in the Santa picture is in my sunroom on my coffee table. And my swag that's just really just hanging. I have a vintage door in my office and the top part's glass and it has a wreath on it. And then I hung the swag over the handle, kind of, so it's like a wreath and a swag. I promise it doesn't look as gaudy as it sounds, but those are where my 3 items are at. And then the gingerbread, if you guys caught the summit, the Merrymaker Summit that Ashley Greenwood put on, I made an arrangement that has like a gingerbread house on it, some gingerbread people, and kind of like a little snow scene that goes along with it. And that is next to my TV, which is where I designed that for. So, and honestly, other than my tree, you guys, those are the only Christmas decorations I've got out. Oh, I got to get to work. I mean, there's a few I miss. So my high schooler loves, I do like the cedar garland and then the lights above our cabinets in the kitchen. And she has not asked this year for it, but every year she asks, and I know I have to do that. But that we keep up through January, because that's not really like just for Christmas. It's more like woodsy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. And if you guys were part of the Merrymakers or the summit that we did, you will want to stay tuned and definitely follow Ashley. She will have an announcement coming up. All right, so sometimes this, because it's the moss sheet, is sometimes hard to get through and I have to use my steel pick machine or a wooden floral pick. I'm not having to right now. So, oh, crockpot dinner. What are you having, Tina? What are you having? I know, Tina, you're going to be really shocked at this, but we're going to be eating dinner either on the go or it's going to be leftovers because we have basketball tonight. So, for those of you that might be new to watching me, we have a college student that plays basketball in college, and we have a high schooler that also plays basketball. So this season is very busy for us with games. I know, like, we don't make every one of the college kids games, but we try to. We really do. All right. So sometimes you have to be really careful on the picks. Can you guys see that? Like, I'm a perfectionist. It's just coming off. I would not want that. If somebody was going to purchase that, I don't want them to have that. And then I'm just going to fix this with a little bit of floral tape. Do you guys go away for Christmas? Do you go to somebody else's house, or do you celebrate it at your house? We celebrate with our kids at home, but then maybe not on Christmas, but then we try to get together with my husband's side of the family as well as my side of the family, just when everybody's schedules allow, because everybody has really busy schedules. All right, so you can kind of see what I am going through right there. So hello, Misty, how are you? Good to see you, Misty. I know it's been a while, and you don't know this, but I have picked up more hours at my work. So I am working more, and I'm not going to be able to do my Friday afternoon lives. So I was like, hey, Tuesday, I'm home and I'm going to go live. So I'm going to try to keep it to Tuesday afternoon. There are a few times I know I'm not going to be able to do a Tuesday afternoon, but I'm going to try to keep it there. Misty, you know what I was saying this morning, and that it's okay because I am blessed and I love what I do. And you know this, I don't have to bring the work home. You do not have to bring the work home. So for those of you wondering, if you're new, I'm a teacher assistant. I was a classroom teacher for over 20 years. And when our little guy, when he went to preschool, I stayed home with him. And he's in elementary school. And I'm a teacher assistant where he attends school. And it's only, it's almost full time, but it's technically part-time. So I have been Misty, you've had some beautiful wreaths going out. I love seeing your posts. So yes, I'm still doing, I'm not giving up. I'm getting more intentional with my time, more intentional. Like I had to go live today. I had to get stuff done. Oh, you guys, I totally forgot to tell you. I'm not having a surprise. I might call it a surprise, but I do have something exciting coming up that I have been working on. And I know one of the things that I get some feedback on when I was doing like the Merrymakers, and then I've done a fall workshop, is people will say that I'm a really good teacher. So, you know, I was a teacher. It sounds funny. Don't mean it that way. I mean it like when I explain stuff, like detail by detail and step by step. And I took that to heart, and I have created something that I am working on, and I will probably be sharing that. Let me see, today's Tuesday. Let's get to this. My goal is to share that with you by Friday. I have to get it done by Friday. I'm kind of putting some final touches on it. But that will be Friday. So look for it. I will try to do it before Friday if I can. But, all right. You guys, look how cute that is turning out. And maybe you just have just a cute little mug that you absolutely love. And you're like, but I don't want to, you know, drink out of it. I want it to be my coffee mug. And you guys can do something like this and pull it out. These are also really cute for like your bathrooms, your counters in your bathrooms. So that would be, okay, I have 2 shelves in our guest bathroom. It would be really cute sitting on one of those shelves too. And the nice thing is, this one's a snowman, so it really could stay out past Christmas. All right, I was gonna do this green ribbon, but now I'm thinking I don't have to. I kind of like it. So both of these 2 greeneries are the same. So now I'm gonna add some darker greenery in there just for a little bit of contrast. All right. And of course, you can't make a wreath or an arrangement without burning yourself at least once. Who's with me on that? Like, it's crazy. All right. I don't know. I do want to put some of the red in there, these red berries, because it goes really well with the red on the thing. Hello, Cheryl. Thanks for watching. And if I do put, and I did this on the Santa vase filler, if I do put some ribbon, I will put it over like near the handle part, just to kind of not cover this area, but I feel like if it goes like this, it looks funny. So if you kind of keep where everything's going out one way, this is gonna go there, but I'm gonna keep, so this one's just a long stem without berries, and I want to grab that. I will grab the berries in a second, but I'm using this to fill in right here. All right. How many of you guys, do you guys like bake Christmas cookies? Do you do things like that? Some years I bake cookies, some years I don't. I don't do, it's really whatever I'm in the mood for. My girls will make fudge every year. That's really good. It's not good for my waist, but it's really good fudge. And then, I've already eaten a lot of fudge this season because my husband and another neighbor went to shovel. We got a lot of snow this past weekend. I forget what night, if it was Friday or Saturday. And so my husband and another neighbor went to shovel out another neighbor's driveway, and she gave us fudge and then the peppermint bark. Oh, so good. So good. And I'm like, I really want to make, growing up, my mom and I used to make called Captain Crunch cookies. It's literally Captain Crunch peanuts and the vanilla bark, and you just melt it, and you just stir it up. It's like a no-bake cookie. That is so good. And I really want to make that. But you guys, I just end up eating it. So, because my kids will make it, but they don't always eat it. My husband will eat it. But I'm like, neither one of us, we need it. I mean, I'll take it to work and stuff, but there's so many cookies already coming in. All right, so I'm just kind of staring right now and making sure everything like visually looks good with the leaves on these stems. Anything needs to be kind of like pulled out a little bit. Just kind of moving them around. And what I can see is like kind of right here, I think would be a good spot for one of the red berries. And I have this one with it up on top. I feel like they can tuck right in there. Might have to get a, oh no, that's gonna be perfect. I thought maybe I'd have to get a longer one, but I'm not gonna have to. All right, so we have that. So I have, and I know it's kind of hidden, but you can see it over there. I know, are you any of you guys doing craft shows? One of my friends just texted me. She's starting to make terrariums, and she just has started doing some craft shows. They're absolutely adorable. She does all different kinds of sizes. And she's like, you need to come and do craft shows with me. And I'm like, I would love to. But you guys, it's gonna be a few years before I can do craft shows, because I'm not going to miss my girls playing basketball. And a lot of the craft shows are weekends where we have basketball tournaments. And so I am, there we go. There you can see some of the red berries up there. And let me see, I have one. I like this one's here, and I'm gonna put a little one down there. So it's kind of gonna be the triangle effect. And again, I have berries like down here in the middle of the stem, and then up at the top, I'm just gonna grab this one towards the top. And you guys, these would be like I was saying, like this would be so cute to put a little gift card in, you know, a $5 gift card for coffee. I know it costs more than that, but I'm telling you, if the teachers appreciate that, it is not, it's perfect. I know like a lot of people say in our local moms group, what about the high school teachers? You know, my kids got 6 teachers. I can't afford. You guys, honestly, even people say this, literally just write a thank you. No, we appreciate you. That's it. That's truly all teachers need. So, I mean, they will appreciate, you know, what you can give. But I know money is tight for some people, so don't ever feel bad. Teachers are not looking for it. They are not expecting it. All right, and then I'm going to put this one kind of right over here. This one I'm going to turn. All right, so there, here, up here. I'm probably going to put one just right here to fill in. And it looks like this is going to be my last one, so that's perfect. My last red berry can go. This is a cute, like, music. If you have a music teacher, like if your kids take piano lessons, this is something that's really cute that you can do for them as well. I will get this one uploaded into the shop. All right, so what I'm doing when I'm staring at it, I'm just kind of making sure it's like an imaginary bubble, little curve, kind of a rainbow even. I want to make sure everything, this is going to be my tallest. So we have that, and then I do think I'm going to try a little bit of the bow here, and I'm going to get brave. I'm going to try it by hand. I have been doing more hand-tied bows. Sorry, I'm just throwing, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I don't know if you can see it, but right here is my garbage can. It's below this table. All right. So there, I think that'll be good. And, oops, that's too much. I'm trying to just figure out like a good tail length. And I'd rather have a little bit longer tail when I do this. I'd rather have a little bit longer tail and I can just trim. So we're gonna try this. Okay. Just twist, pinch. And then I just do this to make sure that they're even. And then you just twist at the middle. You guys, it was not until this year that I finally felt confident in myself to make bows in my hands. And I still will only do if it's like 1 or 2. I will not do more, because, or I should say 1 or 2 ribbon, because otherwise it just gets too thick. All right, and then, so this is this way, I just need to turn it. And all right. So one of my favorite things to do is just kind of what I call the cascading ribbon. And that is really just to leave it like this, where it's gonna look more like a waterfall. And then I'm gonna grab just, I think it's just 20 gauge floral wire. Might be 22, I'm not sure. I have both of them. Both thicknesses sitting over there, it doesn't matter. You could use a zip tie. You can use whatever you want. There's more than one way to make a bow. There is no right way to make a bow. It is whatever you are comfortable with. And then for this, I'm just twisting it down. I'm going to cut. Can you guys hear my dryer? My laundry room is right off of this room, and I had to get some laundry done. So it's just the dryer running right now. I was like, I will not do the washer. All right. So this is just kind of like the cascading bow. Basically what I don't do is spread them out. So you guys, there's a message popping up on my screen. It's from one of my high school friends. She sends me a message and goes, look what I found. And I can see photo. And I was like, oh no. You guys, she found a prom photo. I was like, now you're talking, that's, you know, early 90s. I will say I love my dress. Love my dress. In fact, I think I love it. Or did I borrow that one? I might have borrowed that dress from a friend. I might not have it. I know I have one prom dress that I borrowed, and I loved it. And the person was older than me, and she just gave it to me. You guys, I still have it. You want to know why? Because it is like the perfect fairy dress. I'm like, if anybody ever dresses up on Halloween as like the tooth fairy or just a fairy, it's the perfect dress for it. So, all right, so there's kind of how we did the bow right there. And then I don't know if I want to do, the spiral curl down. Just kind of why I left it longer. All right, we're gonna do the spiral curl. Because it actually looks really, really cute. I'll show you in just a minute. Okay. There's the little spiral. Oh. All right. So they're really easy to do if you've never made them before. You really just roll them up. These spiral two like tails, they look really pretty on a Christmas tree. Really, really pretty on the Christmas tree. And you guys, I don't know if you have seen my Christmas tree reel. We can have it, but I videoed myself decorating my Christmas tree. So that is something that I am going to be editing, and then I'll have it up for you guys to look at next year, because a lot of you guys are liking it, liking what I did. And I mix brand new ornaments. I have vintage ornaments from my great-grandparents, and then other vintage ornaments that I've bought, and then some ornaments from my childhood, my husband's childhood, and then just some ornaments from when we got married, which we've been married over 20 years. So, my friends, that's it. This is just like a cute little arrangement. You could stick a gift card in there, like I said. It can be, these are actually just cute hostess gifts as well. So if you have to go to somebody's house, again, just perfect in those certain little corners. Up front, in our entryway, I have a very narrow table. It's about this wide is the table. And this would fit perfect on there. I have a stack of forest green books, and it could fit right on top of that. In fact, I probably will do that and take a picture of this. But if you guys have any questions, just let me know. If you're watching the replay, please do hashtag replay. And I know this was kind of like short and sweet, but it was little and it was cute. It's just a little baby arrangement. So this is where it is. Thank you, Juanita. It is just like I said, a cute little hostess gift. If somebody has to, like if you have a friend that's always like, oh, I have this cup, you know, like my favorite cup is my grandparents or something, you could easily do that. However, if it is a vintage, do not use the spray foam. Use the good foam floral block and put it in there. In fact, I might even just make it kind of how we made that drop-in vase filler, where it could just be removable in and out. But with the vintage ones, I know some of my vintage Santa cups, like they already have cracks in them. I'm not even gonna touch them. So do not use floral foam, or not the foam, the spray foam with the vintage, because I'm afraid it will crack and I don't want that to happen. So the spray foam can be tricky. I had sprayed a couple just metal tins, and it's metal, but it wasn't super thick tin, and it warped the bottom and they wouldn't sit, and I just pitched them. I probably could have hammered the bottom back and made them level. I was like, forget it. They even they were supposed to be circle and they weren't circle anymore. So you have to be pretty picky about when you use that spray foam. So, all right, my friends, I am not going to be live anymore this week because like I said, I'm working more, so I won't be live, but I will definitely try to keep posting some videos up there for you guys to see what I'm working on, because I really do just work a little bit at a time, like turn the pot on over here and add a few stems, and then we have to go. So that's just my life right now, and I'm okay with it. Totally okay with it. I love watching my kids do what they love, and they have fun. I always tell my kids, you do it until it's not fun anymore. So same with this, right? We do this until it's not fun anymore. But so far, after years, I still love doing this. But part of it's because of you guys are a great community, and we all support each other. So, all right, my friends, have a fantastic rest of the week, and I will see you next week for sure. Like I said, I'm not going to make it this week, back live this week. So, enjoy the rest of your week, friends. Goodbye.